In the previous video, I showed how modules can be changed at terminal stations. That is where the player prepares ISO. This time, I want to show the other side of that system. I want to show a very important UI element, the pause menu. This is where the player checks ISO, what he has, what modules exist, and what is currently installed. The pause menu in ISO is still very simple, and it may change as the alpha grows, but I'd like to keep it minimal and readable. I do not want the player to open a menu and feel like they are inside a spreadsheet. The point is not to make a complicated interface. The point is to make ISO understandable. The menu is also built around pages. Each page can hold several entries, so the inventory can grow without throwing everything on screen at once. That keeps the menu compact. The first part is the inventory. This is where the player can check the items ISO has found during the level. Some items are part of progression. Some are tied to systems that will become more important later. Even in this early alpha, I want the inventory to start giving the player a sense of what they are carrying through the world. Then there is the modules screen. But here is not where you equip modules. Modules can be plugged or unplugged only in terminal stations. The pause menu is more about checking what exists, reading descriptions, and understanding what kind of tools ISO has access to. So if DevLog 3 was about changing modules, this one is more about reading the build. In the equip screen, the player can check what ISO currently has installed. It helps the player understand the current setup, decide how to approach the next part of the level, or go back to a terminal and reorganize the build. One thing I like about this structure is that modules are not only a gameplay system, they also reflect how I want ISO's code to work. Every item is its own resource. It has its own name, its own description, and later, its own behavior. Then the player inventory decides where that object belongs. So the modular logic is not only in the design of the game, it is also in the structure behind it. As much as possible, I want the scripts to stay modular and object-oriented. One small problem I had was keeping the contextual windows readable while the content changes. The item list and the description box need to resize and stay aligned, without making the menu feel too heavy. Also, thanks to everyone who is following the project, leaving comments, liking the videos, or subscribing to the channel. It may look like a small click, but for a solo project like this, it really goes a long way. If you want to see more of the actual game dev process behind ISO, the code, the systems, the structure, and how the game is built, let me know in the comments. I hope you are enjoying this series of videos. These first devlogs are my way of slowly introducing ISO, what the game is, how it works, and why I am building it this way. If you have feedback, suggestions, or things you want to see next, please let me know. I am really happy to read all your comments. Setsunai FM, signing off. See you in the next devlog.